Hey, this is Teddy Burris, your Google Workspace and Gmail strategist, and I'm still out and about doing a little bit of traveling, but I got asked a question I thought I might as well answer for you today, and that is this. Is there some way that every time I add a new entry to my calendar, it can also create a new row in a Google spreadsheet? And the answer is yes, and I'm going to show you what to do. But before I do, hit that subscribe and notify button because I create all of these videos specifically for you. So here's the point. They're looking for a tool that will automatically add to a Google spreadsheet every time a new calendar entry goes into their Google Calendar. Now, there are applications out there. I've looked at If This Then That. There's a couple other ones. I can't remember the name of another one. And they were interesting. If This Then That, unless you're paying for a premium version, was a little bit restrictive. But I found Zapier. And Zapier had what looked like to be a pretty good list of options for triggers in a calendar that would create an additional row in a Google spreadsheet. And so I'm going to show you what I do with Zapier, and you may find this will be very useful for you. So bottom line is, I got to first put a test thing in here, just another one. This is testing, and then I'm going to put in here a guest. I'm going to add Lee. And I'm going to have a location. I'm going to have it to Raleigh office. And then I'm going to have a description, testing Zapier, and I'm going to save that. I'm not going to send it. So there's my newest entry I just put in right there. So now we'll go to Zapier. Now I already have a Zapier account, and I already have my Google account connected to my Zapier account. So that being done already, I can go to Create a Zap. And I can say the trigger is going to be in Google Calendar. And the trigger type is going to be a new entry. Not an update, but a new entry. Now I'm going to hit continue. I'm going to choose which calendar. And then again, I've already got Zapier connected to my Burris Consulting at Gmail account. So I can select that. Now I hit continue. Which calendar? I'm going to use my primary calendar. I'm going to refresh the field so it pulls all the data from there. Hit continue. Now it wants to test. It wants to go see a new calendar entry, which is why I put that new calendar entry already. Hit test. And it found one. Look what it found. It found testing Zapier in the Raleigh office with the organizer. And so I also have in here attendees. Where's the attendees? Lee Burris is an attendee. And now I'm going to hit continue. Now what I want to do. Every time there's an action in a Google Calendar, I want to add it to a Google Sheet. Now I'm going to use Google Sheets. And what event do I want to use? I want to create a new row. Hit continue. Which account do I want to use? Burris Consulting at Gmail. Continue. Which drive? I only have one Google Drive. It's refreshing. What spreadsheet do I want to put it in? Now again, because I've been testing with this, I already have I already have calendar entries up top here, so I can select calendar entries. Which worksheet in that spreadsheet? Sheet 1. Now, what data in that spreadsheet? By the way, here's a spreadsheet I've already created. Summary, description, date, blah, blah, blah. Now look right here. It's already found that in sheet 1 there's summary. Now what do we put in summary? Summary. Now interesting, I have to hit the X here. Go to the next one. What do I put in there? Description. Hit the X. What do I put in this field here? Date and time. Event begins. Hit this X. Where is the event going to be? Hit show options. There's location. I can put multiple fields into a cell if I want to. Who are the attendees? Display name. I got attendees in there twice. Let's ignore that one. Let's make this one. Yeah, here's attendees' email addresses. attendees' email addresses. Actually, let's change that up. I'm going to switch it. I'm going to make that attendee response and make this attendee email addresses. Now you'll see I have attendees, their email address, and their current response. Now I hit continue. Now it wants me to test. Let's do a test. It's going to take that data that it found in the one event before I got started. This data here went into row 2. So we're going to look here. Boom, there it is. Summary, description, date and time. Now it needs to be formatted, so let's go ahead and format this date and time. There we go. Raleigh office, the attendees is Teddy Burris, Lee Burris at Lee at Burris Consulting, and Burris Consulting at Gmail. And this right here I needed to rename. This is going to be response. I need to rename that. Now, I've already tested it and it worked great. So now I can publish it. Publish and turn on. So I can share if I want to or not. Just click off of that. So I've got it set up. So now every time I get a new calendar entry, let's do another one here. Who am I going to invite? Let's invite somebody else. Teddy Burris. And what's the location? Zoom call. And what's the description? And hit save. I don't need to send it. So I just created a new event, eating bananas at the park. And now I expect to see it over here in calendar entries. It's not here yet. It does take a moment. Sometimes it doesn't happen immediately. So it took a few minutes for it to show up, but it eventually showed up. There it is. Summaries eating bananas. We'll test new features of Google Docs. The time is 12 o'clock on the 10th. It's a Zoom call. Teddy Burris will be there. There's the email addresses of the attendees, Teddy Burris's and the event coordinator. And we need to get a response. He hasn't accepted it yet. So Zapier was by far, for my quick little testing, was the best little solution. I don't want to tell you that Zapier is everything you want it to do. You may very well need to go look at what the options are with the free plan. How many zaps can you add? How many activities can you have? Is this going to be enough for you? And if not, then what you might need to do is you might need to upgrade to a higher cost Zapier account. Bottom line, I can do it. I can put in an event and I can have it show up in my calendar. I'm Teddy Burris, your Google Workspace and Gmail strategist, trainer, and coach. Hope this is helpful for you.